Hey everybody, this is Ben with Dipstick Adapter Products coming at you with a quick diesel talk video about the strictly diesel dipstick tube adapter for your 7.3 Power Stroke. If you've got a 7.3 Power Stroke, chances are you got an oil leak. But there's also a pretty good chance that's coming from the dipstick tube adapter. And when that starts to leak, it's going to start going quick on you, and very soon you're going to run out of oil. Now you may be thinking you're going to tighten down the nut on the outside or maybe put some RTV around it. That never works. It may get you home in a pinch, but it's not actually going to fix what you have going on. And there are some other options to get this taken care of. However, I'd say about for 99.999% of you out there, this is going to be the best option and the easiest to install. So let's have a look at this bad boy here. This is a very precisely machined piece from Strictly Diesel. They've put a lot of time and research and engineering into this. In fact, each one of them has its own serial number to make sure that they can track where these go. Once you get under the truck, you're going to notice that the dipstick adapter is actually inside and there's no way to really pull it out from the dipstick or from the oil pan. That's an unfortunate design, and if you do need to take the oil pan off, step one is remove the engine. So rather than removing the engine, this is your next best option. This will, you're going to take your dipstick out of the adapter, and the adapter part on the inside of the pan is actually going to fall in. I would recommend on taking the O-ring off of that dipstick adapter to make sure it doesn't get sucked up anywhere else. However, that metal piece is going to fall into the oil pan, and it will sink to the lowest portion, at which point it is under a windage tray and has anywhere between 3 to 4 gallons of oil on top of it. So if you're worried about this possibly coming up and connecting your lower rotating assembly, the only time that should be an issue is if you're upside down. And if you're upside down, you've got bigger issues. So needless to say, you're going to be okay. So how does this install in the truck? Well, once you have that dipstick adapter from the factory fall all the way in to the lowest point under the windage tray, this portion right here is going to slide into the pan. You're going to rotate it around, and just like that, you can put your hardware in, tighten it down, and you're good to go. There is a double O-ring seal on here that cinches against the outside of the pan to make sure you don't have any further leaks down the road. A couple install notes. I would highly recommend making sure you clean the area around the hole on the side of the pan there, because any sort of debris or anything that's there could possibly cause these O-rings to leak over time. So make sure you clean that off as best as possible. And lastly, make sure, you may find, especially you'll notice in the instructions, and I found this out on my own because I tried to do it without, but it does say remove the starter on there. Just remove the starter. It's going to look like you don't have to. You're going to want to remove the starter. If you have any questions on this, feel free to give us a call. This also comes with a Ford factory O-ring for your dipstick tube, which is fantastic, and just in case my description wasn't good enough, full color instructions. So it's not a matter of if your dipstick adapter is going to leak, it's a matter of when, and actually chances are it's probably already starting to seep or actually start to sweat on you. So I would recommend getting one of these in your hands ASAP so you can take care of it. If you have any questions, we have them on the shelf pretty much all the time, and we're able to next day air them out ASAP. If you have any questions or need any sort of help getting one of these out the door ASAP, don't be afraid to give us a call or click online, dipstickadapterproducts.com.